What's up, guys? This is Darshell, and I wanted to talk about sex. Now, I've had a friend that was recently disturbed because um, I guess she was like messing with this girl, and the girl ended up catching feelings because they had sex. Now, I can't judge anybody because I used to be the type of person that I could have sex with you and just forget you. I mean, it's like not something that I'm proud of, but it's something that I did. So therefore, it's really no need to judge my friend or judge anybody for that matter that is kind of, like emotionally. you know. But anyway, um yes, I was like, well, how are you going to get mad because this girl caught feelings, but you having sex with her like you mean it? And she was like, what do you mean? I'm like, you having sex with her like you mean it. Like you are exploring the deepest parts of this woman, and um you are expressing this deep and passionate and connectedness with this person that you do not want anything with. I don't agree with that shit anymore. I mean, like I said, a lot of this stuff, I'm 24. A lot of this stuff you couldn't tell me at 16, 17, 18 cuz it just went over my head like, wind carrying a leaf. Like it just didn't dawn on me of how powerful and beautiful that sex actually is. When you love someone, anybody could just go over here and fuck. But I mean, how can people possibly get mad with someone catching feelings about sex when you doing it like you mean it? It's so fucking weird to me how people actually think. And I'm talking about when you're like 20 and 20 and over. Like you should know by now, if you've ever been in love, that sex is not something that you just do. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't listen. I don't know. So she eventually was like, you know what? I'm going to have to, take that into consideration because I never really thought about it before. And I never really looked at it like, I was supposed to, you know, second guess what I'm doing. I'm like, but you should. Because you don't know what part of this person you are awakening into when you do some shit like that. You don't know exactly what you're doing. And then she might just be saying, oh, I ain't gonna catch no feelings, you know what I'm saying, because she doesn't want to lose you or feel like she's gonna, you know run you off. So she agrees to it, knowing that she wants more, and then y'all end up doing something, and then she end up, feeling some type of way about you, and then you mad at her or you calling her crazy, but you sitting over here, diving into the abyss of her foreverness, and then you want to sit here and be mad at her because she looks at you like you a piece of heaven walking around. I mean, come on, man. You know? Come on. I really try my best not to, you know, judge people because the fact of the matter is I've been there, and even if I was young and I was there, I realized that that's just not something that you can just do to people. And people don't fucking realize how powerful sex is, how beautiful sex is, how sacred sex is. Like once you really dive into the connected web that connects human beings and spirituality and all of those things together, once you realize what shit you fucking really doing with sex, you will stop acting primitive. You will stop acting like baboons in the fucking goddamn West Safari in Africa, just fucking and having a good time and eating bugs off each other's backs and shit. You know what I'm saying? You will stop doing that shit. Because If you have not experienced that closeness with a human being, then you're not going to know what it is that you're actually doing, because you're just flapping flesh together. You're just trying to get off, which you never really get off. You always fall off. You never get on to begin with, if you want to be honest, because you never felt anything except for, oh, I'm having this orgasm. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Once you've had a lot of sex, then, it starts to get like, just like art, earth without art. It's like, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm just telling you from my personal experience, when you fall in love like completely, oh my God, it's such a beautiful feeling. Whether this person falls in love with you or not, it's not your problem. But to have that experience, to say that you've had it and you know that it was real for you, whether that person was on some bullshit or not, that has nothing to do with you. It has something to do with just knowing for yourself of how beautiful love and sex and everything ties into each other. So you can't say, oh, I'm just gonna have sex with no feeling. That's like saying that an emotion isn't a feeling, or a kiwi isn't a fruit. That's some bullshit. I don't even know why people lie to themselves. I really don't. Unless you're just some crazy person. But even when I was doing what I was doing, I still had feelings. It just was easy for me to just really not care, well, not really not care, but just not show it, you know what I'm saying? Because I just didn't. I don't know why, but that's for another topic. But no, you should not have sex like you mean it. You shouldn't do that. And people always be like, well, people feel like you got to sucker them into a relationship. It's like, no, but you shouldn't be around here telling people that you want to be with them type shit just so you can fuck them, and then some whole other shit happens, I don't even see why people be doing all this crazy shit, but, anyway, I think that I've pretty much touched bases on this. People, stop with the shenanigans. Every person on this planet feels some type of way about, sex and love and all of that. I don't care how people try to portray it and say they don't give a fuck. Those people who always constantly, you see their name is Shakia, I don't give a fuck Jenkins, they give a fuck. Just stop broadcasting the shit. You give a fuck. Move on with your life. I don't deal with people who always constantly say they don't give a fuck, because those are the main people that be crying rivers around this bitch. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really too much deal with people who gotta lie to themselves about how the fuck they feel. You know what I'm saying? Just be yourself. Stop trying to fit in with the crowd. The world is fucked up because no one gives a fuck as it is. You know what I'm saying? So, just do you. Stop trying to be everybody else, and realize that sex is not something that you just fucking do. You know what I'm saying? Because you have the power. You're made in God's image, and you around here fucking sticking your seed into the soil and making a flower around this bitch, aka kids. You got the power to kill and destroy around this bitch. You need to know who the fuck you are before you be sitting around here trying to have sex. What the fuck? A lot of people don't even know they head they pussy from a hole in the wall. Don't go doing something that you have no metaphysical, physical, spiritual, mental, emotional education or intelligence on. I'm so serious. So anyway, because I'm tired, I look tired, I'm going to bed. But y'all be good though, okay? All right.